BBC Hooniverse.
You're watching the TGM production.
Have you ever wondered what the world would be like if Doctor Who didn't exist? Have you ever thought what the universe would be like if the Doctor wasn't allowed to save the day? Have you ever wondered? No, that's the question. Have you ever wondered? Well, look no further. The automatic advertiser. With one advert, you will have your whole life dreams ahead of you. With one advert, you get to choose. Yes, I live in a what-if world. That's the advertiser. What? What do you mean, advertiser? It's the advertiser. You know what I mean. It's not a real product. I thought you were just making a gag before the film begins. No, I was advertising in audio, because why not? Well, I've got to get on in film. I've got to get on. Because I wanted to talk about Classic Who. I don't want to be stuck in an audio world. I've got to set the camera up. I've got to turn the lights on. I've got to do all sorts. But I was just passing the time. No, Mr. Advert. No, Mr. Advert, my name's Jeff. I don't care. Just leave. Just leave. However, I do apologise about whatever that was. Look, right? I left for all 30 seconds to get the stuff ready to film this film, right? And then some bloke called Jeff, who, as you heard, I discovered there and then, was trying to sell an advert to me. I'll be honest, the advert made no sense whatsoever. But if you really think about it, I think he was just trying to do a gimmicky advert like what Harry Hill does when he does the coin collection adverts for the Harry Hill Show, a podcast that Harry Hill runs, which is irrelevant to this. So, once again, out of my control, but I apologise. Anyway, today we're talking about Classic Who and the issues surrounding it. So, the issue surrounding Classic Who is this. Let's jump forward to New Who for a second. David Tennant, Matt Smith, Chris Eccleston, Peter Capaldi, right? They are not at the age where they look so different to what they did do back when they were the Doctor, right? So at any point you can bring back Chris Eccleston, all sorts, to TV, and they'll be there, everything will be fine, no worries. If you then look back at Classic Who and bring back Sylvester McCoy, Colin Baker, Tom Baker, yeah, I'm gonna include Peter Davison in it, even though Peter Davison hadn't changed that dramatically. If you think about it, they're not gonna be able to come back because in audio, what they look like now doesn't matter because the cover art of the box set is them when they were the Doctor. The Doctor regenerates and should always look the same because the Doctor previous self can't age because he's dead now, right? And all these time portals and other dimensions and other things than the slipstream that caused the Doctor to appear back and do all the multi-Doctor stuff. The thing you've got the tricky bit with is you can't then have you can't have Sylvester McCoy crop up where Matt Smith because Matt Smith hasn't changed at all. Sylvester McCoy has changed dramatically because it's been so many years, right? So the problem you've got with Classic Who in general is bringing them back. Now, the sequence in The Power of the Doctor where they're all like robed up and they're all different versions, that works real well because you're not saying you are that Doctor. You're saying a different entity that has a similar sort of face to a previous past in the Doctor's past, you know what I mean? So, for that, you get away with it, right? You get away with it for that. But generally, yeah, I'll say it once more. Generally, whilst I'm trying to make sure we're still recording, generally, it doesn't sort of change. So, bringing back Peter Capaldi, yes, Peter Capaldi looked old to begin with, right? In a sort of oldish persona. He hasn't changed at all if you watch Criminal Record, so it can easily come back, and no one would bat a single eyelid. But if Sylvester McCoy came back, they would. Which is a little bit gutting, so we could have done it a lot earlier. Right? We could have had him return. Paul McGann's the only exception, because Paul McGann's... I don't know how old he was when he did Doctor Who, when he was the Doctor in the TV film, but he does... I think the only issue now is the haircut, right? The haircut's the only problem with Paul McGann, because Paul McGann had long hair in his tenure. Then in all the Bit Finisher, he had shorter hair, and now he has shorter hair. Well, we saw him in... I think it must be Night of the Doctor, the mini-sode, where it explained how he turned into the War Doctor. He did have his hair cut then, so you could necessarily say that a haircut between the TV film and the 2000s revival, right? You could say that. So, there is a lot of issues surrounding Classic Who there. Yes, the glaring obvious problem is Doctors 1, 2 and 3 are sadly no longer with us. William Hart, Neil Patrick Charlton and John Pertwee are no longer with us, sadly. And I don't think Tom Baker will ever return to TV Who, because Audio Who, he can do it at his pace, he can do it when he needs to, how he needs to make it accessible, to make it doable for him at his age. But I just don't think at this point in his career, in this point in his life, he'll want to return to TV Who in that sense. He could come back in an audio sense when they do some sort of audio trick to make him appear. But I just don't think he'll want to don the costume again to do one final appearance. Audio, we've still got him in audio, but I just don't think he'll return in visual. But that's the problem. We haven't got all the Doctors, he can't really do that much, but with the ones we've got, you've just got to be really mindful of the audience are going to clock on that they're not looking the same as they once did. So you have to sort of like manage it easily. The companions, just bring them back. Do a companion support group. That is a spin-off we all want in audio, in visual. We want it. I want it. You want it. We all want it. But I think you just have to take it one step at a time. Thanks for watching. Talmud out. Bye!
Don't forget to subscribe to the official Tom Mason YouTube channel.